Richard Bliss Brooke here, coming to you from Dallas, Texas. Today we're going to talk about 3 simple things you can do to massively increase your sales and enrollments. I'll predict 10 times. How about that? 3 simple things you can do to massively increase your sales and enrollments. Number 1, simple thing that you can do to increase your sales and enrollments tenfold is to dedicate a specific time frame and time of every day to do number 2. So first is number 1, which is dedicating time and space to do number 2. Number 1 is to dedicate a time and time frame every day for your tenfold sales and enrollment process. That might be 8 to 8:30 every morning. It might be 5 to 5:30 every afternoon. It might be 12 to 12:30 every day. You pick the time, you pick the duration, at least 30 minutes, and you can do what I'm going to lay out for you to do in 30 minutes. But the key is, for this breakthrough, it has to be the same time of the day every day. Now, you can take Saturday or Sunday off, but work at least 6 days a week on this tenfold breakthrough program. So you pick the time. Look at your life, look at your schedule, look at your kids, look at your spouse, look at your full-time job if you have one, and ask yourself, when is the best time that I could carve out 30 minutes of every day and not let life cave in and steal that 30 minutes from me? Is that from 6 to 6:30 every morning? Is it from 8 to 8:30 every morning? Is it noon? Is it 5 o'clock? Is it 9 o'clock after the kids go to bed? When is that 30 minutes? Find that 30 minutes at least. You can make it up as much as an hour. Carve it out. Talk to your family. Talk to your friends. Talk to whoever you need to talk to. And let them know, this is my sacred 30 minutes. Do not tread on my sacred tenfold 30 minutes. This is the 30 minutes that I'm going to use to increase my business tenfold. Got that? Simple enough. Those of you that follow me have heard this before. Why am I repeating it? I'll keep repeating it till you all start doing it. Right? What's the point of not repeating it until you're all doing it? So what's number 2? That's number 1, carve out the time. What's number 2 is invite at least one person every day, 6 days a week, during your 30 minutes or more to whatever it is that you're selling. So maybe you're in insurance and what you want somebody to do is, sit down with you and go over their policies so you can bid them. So the invite would be asking somebody to sit down and let you review their policies, or just send you their policies and let you review them. Or maybe you're in real estate and what you want to do is show somebody, what their house is worth and how fast you could sell their house and how you could end up getting them a better house or whatever it is, whatever your offer is in real estate. Now, a lot of you are in network marketing. So what's the invite in network marketing? Just to ask somebody to sit down and let you show them what you do. So maybe that's to send them a couple of videos that you have, about what the products have done for you and what the opportunity's done for you. Or maybe it's to send them a video on your company or whatever your tool is. Or maybe it's to sit down in person and show them the opportunity and what it's done for you. The invite is simply asking the marketplace to allow you to do what we call a baby step. Now, baby step is not asking the marketplace to become a customer. If you're in insurance, it's not asking somebody, okay, make me your agent, give me all your business. It's not asking that. It's too big of an ask for somebody that hasn't seen what you have to offer. If you're in real estate, it's too big an ask to say, hey, let me be your realtor. Let me sell your home. Oh, it's too big a ask. In network marketing, buy my products, join my business, become one of my partners. Let's build an empire together. It's too big a ask for somebody that doesn't know anything about what you're doing. An appropriate ask is to ask somebody to just take a look. Just a 10-minute, 15-minute look. That's what the invite is. Another definition of an invite is you got to get a response. So you can't send out 100 invites, quote unquote, that nobody opens, nobody looks at, and say, well, I talked to 100 people today. You actually didn't talk to anybody unless somebody responds to you and says, yes, I'll look, no, I won't look, or maybe I'll look. If you get a response, that's an invite. So step 2 is one of those a day. Now, you may say one a day is not very much, but here's where I can promise you, promise and probably don't go together, but here's where I can probably promise you a 10-fold increase in your sales and enrollments. That if you were to invite one person a day for 90 days, every day, that's probably 10 times more work than you've done in the last 90 days. Actual work, the work that matters, that kind of work. So it's kind of like this. Like if you've read the 4-Year Career, you probably have seen the penny a day model, which those of you that follow me might be tired of hearing about the penny a day, but why do I keep talking about it? Because it's huge. Because it just speaks to consistency and the value of consistency. And so if you double a penny every day for 30 days, how much money do you have at the end of 30 days? Go ahead and drop it in the comments. First one gets an apple, teacher's pet. But if you kind of mess around and, do your invites or, whatever your single daily action is, if you do that whenever you feel like it and whenever you feel like it's, thank you, Melissa. Good job. Whenever you feel like it's, end up being every other day, well, then how much is the penny worth if you double it every other day for 30 days? Drop that in the comments. What's the penny worth if you double it every other day? So that's why I say just one invite a day for 90 days, blow your mind. It just blow your mind what it will produce. Nice work, Sarah. Congratulations. $163. Hope you get the comparison between $163 and $5 million. And what that speaks to is the difference between a professional, the difference between somebody that's highly motivated, the difference between, the one percenters and the also-rans is the also-rans, they don't have that 30 minutes carved out every day, same time. So what the also-rans do, the 97 to 99 percenters do, is they say, oh, well, I'll do it sometime today when it's convenient. But the problem is it's never convenient. It's just not. There's just life just comes cascading down on you. Business comes cascading down on you in the form of busy work. And you end up just not getting the core stuff done. So the magic of quarantining off 30 minutes a day, same time every day, is you protect that time as your class A productivity time of the day, and you don't let anything intrude on it. And so there's nothing for you to do that 30 days but do the invite. And then if you actually do one invite a day for 90 days, you got 90 people in your pipeline, which I promise you is 90 more people than you probably have in your pipeline the last 90 days if you're most people. Now, if you're a one percenter, and you know who you are, you don't even need to listen to me, right? You're killing it already. You don't need to hear any of this. This is for the rest of us that struggle with consistency and struggle with motivation and struggle with doing the one thing that matters, which is getting out there and talking to people. So that's where the tenfold comes from. It's the difference between $163, which is what the also-rans get. The people that are trying, I'm trying, I'm working really hard, I'm trying, I'm really busy. You get $163. I'm on all the calls, I got a list, I got my goals, I'm reading the books, and you get $163. You want $5 million? quarantine off 30 minutes every day, talk to at least one person every day, and then do number three. Number three is the difference between $163 and $5 million. Keep your stats. Somebody, if not me, will drop a link to my stat tracker in the comments. Keep your stats. What does that mean? That means that every day you keep track of how many people you talk to. And there's kind of a funnel. If you can visualize a funnel, I'm going to create a graphic for you on this so it makes more sense. But here you get this great big funnel. And what's at the top of the funnel, like the widest part of the funnel where you're capturing the most people, are just people you're connected with. You know, that's people in your community or people in your network, online, social media, friends, people in your phone. You know, pull up your phone. You know, you can go do this. Go to contacts in your phone right now. Go to contacts in your phone. Press the contact button. Scroll all the way to the end of your contact to the Z's. And the number we're looking for, how many people in your phone? So I had this guy over at my house the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know why he was telling me this. He like leases the ranch, and he runs cattle on the ranch and does a lot of other stuff. And he just told me, like out of the blue, he says, I have over 1,000 people in my phone. I said, well, how do you know that? And he said, well, you just scroll here to the end and it tells you how many people. So I scrolled to the end of mine. I got 1,963 people in my phone. So my question to you is, if you're watching this, go to contacts, scroll to Z, and drop in the comments how many people are in your phone. Let's see it. That's the top of the funnel. The top of the funnel is how many people are you connected to? How many people could you start a conversation with right now? And it would be okay for you to start a conversation with them, even if you hadn't talked to them in 10 years. Because the conversation could be, hey, Mary, I realized I haven't talked to you in 10 years. And, you know, look, 1,972, Nicole, Stacy, 545. Let's see them all. Everybody put your number in. If you're on replay, type in replay and your number. How many people you got? So the top of the funnel is how many people you're connected to. And part of being in any sales or business or networking, it's all networking, right? That's how we generate new sales. Maybe we advertise, but we network too. You know, the most successful realtors and most successful insurance people, most successful entrepreneurs in a community are out in the community networking. They're at community events. They're, you know, part of mastermind groups. They're out working charity events. They're speaking. They're connecting with people, right? That's the top of the funnel. Some people prefer to do it online. So what do is they go join groups online and they chit chat and then network and, you know, Nancy, you only got 13 people in your phone? Don't delete those people. Your network is your net worth. Network, net worth. Equal. Don't delete them. That's the top of the funnel. So then the process of like selling and enrolling is having a conversation with those people in the funnel to get them to the place down here, the bottom of the funnel, where there's naturally an opportunity for you to ask them to take a look at your product, your service, or your opportunity. Not rushing it, not forcing it, like actually having enough of a conversation with them so it just makes sense and it flows for you to say, hey, you know, I know how you can save money. I know how you can make money. I know how you can look better, feel better, live longer, whatever you want to tell them. And would that be worth, 10 minutes for you to take a look at a video? That's an invite. Okay. So stats. Stats is what the stats that you keep track of is how many people did you invite today? At least one goes in the stat tracker. Then the invite is having people just take a look. It's a baby step. It's not the full presentation. It's just, hey, look at my 5-minute video or my 10-minute video And then decide if you want to take the next step. Do you want to learn more? Do you want to like see a full presentation? Like, you want me to do an analysis of your home? Or do you want me to do an analysis of your insurance? And I'm going to send you a 5-minute video, which is is intended to inspire you to want to let me do that analysis. The analysis is what we call the presentation. So if you're in insurance, it might be analyzing people's insurance. If you're real estate, it might be analyzing their home or their real estate. If you're a network marketer, it's showing people your opportunity, your products, and how geometric progression and legacy asset income works as opposed to earned income. I mean, that's the essence of what we have to offer as network marketers is, you know, you can sell all day long and make money all day long doing whatever you do, or you can get 500 or 1,000 people to be doing it with you and you get a percentage off everything they do. And then once you get about 500 to 1,000 people on your team, which is not that hard to do geometrically, you get paid whether you work or not. So that's our opportunity that we show people. And of course, you got to show them the products as part of that. So what you keep track of is the invites. That's one like entry level. And then how many of those people that you've invited have you presented to? And then how many of the people that you've presented to have you actually enrolled in your product, service, or opportunity? Basically, 3 things is all you need to keep track of. So that's number 3 thing that I promise you, if you do that, your sales and enrollments will skyrocket. One is find 30 minutes at least every day and protect it like your life depends on it, because your future life, like the kind of life you want, that you dream of, does depend on it. Invite at least one person a day, and the definition of an invite is you get a response, yes, no, or maybe. One a day, and keep track of whether or not you did the one a day. Now, here's the magic of keeping track, the stats. It's like hiring a really effective truth-telling coach that does not really care about your story about why you didn't invite one person a day. I mean, the most powerful coach you could get if you hired one would just ask you every day whether you did that one invite. And as soon as you said, well, you know, I started to, but they would go, oh, talk to the hand. No lo comprendo. No interest in the story. I don't know. I don't want to know why you didn't. I get it. Life got in the way. Busy got in the way. Other priorities got in the way. You made up all kinds of stories about how you didn't have to. You could do it tomorrow. It didn't matter. I get it. I've been there myself. Coached lots of people who are there all the time. I get it. And I don't want to hear the story. All I want to know is, did you invite one person or not? That's all I want to know. And then if you didn't, my question is, are you going to be tomorrow? That's it. That's what a coach can do for you. So that's what the stat tracker does for you, because the stat tracker is not going to listen to your stories. You get to look at your stat tracker and you get to see right there in black and white without any BS story around it, whether you did or you didn't. And you get to see the pattern. You know, some of us have learned not to pay attention to what people say around their promises. Oh, I promise I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. We don't pay attention to that. We pay attention to what they do. But the real profound thing about what people do is to watch the pattern of what they do. Because you might invite today, and if I pay too much attention to that, I might miss the fact that if I look at the last 30 days, you only invited every other day. And that makes you $163 versus a $5 million. And that's not going to work. And what the stat tracker does when you look at it, when you look at a whole month, is it basically tells you you're a $163 person or a $5 million person. And it doesn't care about the story. Those are the 3 things. Find that 30 minutes a day, protect it with your life, invite at least one person a day, and keep your stats. Tenfold results. I challenge any of you to do it for 90 days. Do it for 90 days. I got people, some people might be on here who tell you they've heard this before and they're doing it and it's transforming their business and their life. I challenge you to do it for 90 days. Do it for 90 days. Prove me wrong. 90 days, one a day. Show me a stat tracker that has a 1 on average. You miss a day, fine. Make up 2 the next day. Doesn't matter. Get 90 people in 90 days. Carve out that time. Keep your stats. Show me your stats 90 days from now. My guess is that your business, in terms of personal enrollments and sales, will be tenfold. Not your total business, but your personal production be tenfold. That's my prediction. And then, of course, the cool thing about it is in about 30 days, you're going to be in the habit of doing it. You're going to love doing it. It's going to be fun. And you're going to actually start talking to 2 people. Why? Because you can. There you go. It's the one.